Thank you for sharing this evening with me. I'm Abed Baidas of Identity Branding Forum. And normally we try to do this a little early, but we try to accommodate the time of some people from other countries in the United States, Europe, and Africa. We've got a few people. Excuse me if I couldn't pronounce your name. We've got Devang. I'm not sure where you are, Devang, which country you're from. The Dr. G. We've got Iyad. If I may ask, how many countries do we have here? Share with me, please, which country you are from, and the questions and answers. Unfortunately, they haven't added the chat capabilities yet to this platform, but we're working on it. Which countries most of you are from, or you are from? United States, wonderful. Still too early for you. Where else? What other countries? Dubai, UAE. That's where we are right now. Okay, who else? UAE, Jerusalem, Palestine. Nice. Lucky you. You're seeing the Al-Aqsa. Who else? What other countries do we have? How about India? Do we have who is from India? Who's from Africa? From India. Nice. So technologies allowed us to come from different parts of the world to talk to each other, listen to each other. And there is a reason why we came here. Could be the subject matters of this webinar, could be the aspirations of everybody in search of coming up with something new, listening to something new. Is it because of needs? Is it because of for help? Or is it a need for change or to explore opportunities, or all of them? And this is why we are having this kind of discussions this evening, more relaxed. We don't have the pressure of work. And we're getting the chance to listen, to talk and listen to each other with the ideas, the things that we think it's going to be really exciting you. This event is being introduced to you by Tenants of Endearment Labs, by Identity Branding Forum. And this is the website for the program that we have and we are running worldwide. And one of the things that we have been focused and with emphasis on for years, since 2007 as Identity Branding Forum, is creating a relevant world. We aim always to really see the world connected. When we talked about Identity Branding Forum, yes, we talk about the branding, but the culture of branding, the mindset, the things that really get people to understand the value of what they have, to be appreciated by somebody else, somewhere else in the world, and to get connected. So when you want to do something that is meaningful, relevant, we always talk about relevance. Relevant to your ideas, relevant to the present, relevant to the future. So everything that we focus on is how to create a relevant world, the different sciences, the different arts, to create the passion. But before we get started talking about the relevance idea that we have here, let's look at, in a quick preview, the chaos around us. It is no secret. The world, is it at the edge of chaos, or it is in chaos? Things are changing dramatically. Education is affected, businesses are affected, communities are affected by it. Industries at various levels are being affected by it tremendously. And everybody is in pursuit. If you are lagging, please refresh your page. That would help you. Anytime that you start, the system lags or slows, you stop hearing me, please refresh your page. It will help you. Hopefully, inshallah. So the chaos that we have, when we start looking at it, it created a number of issues. It pushed the world to a new world, to a new transformation. That's why we have what we call the chaos, because we are in situations we haven't been accustomed to before. People are not the same people that we were before the coronavirus. The customers are no longer the same customers. Their habits has changed tremendously, 180 degrees in over a night. Where everybody was accustomed to go to the malls for shopping, now they do it online at the comfort of their homes, at the speed of their fingertips on their phones. So things have changed tremendously, which means we have a different world for business, a world that most businesses weren't ready for, most institutions weren't ready for. Although the technologies that we are forced to use today were there, but we didn't see value back then. Now we are rushing towards those changes and what could happen next. So when we look at those transformation, what is that? When we talk about transformation, what does that mean? It means disconnection. Businesses are no longer connected to people. They're no longer connected to the markets. They are no longer connected to the opportunities that exist, and which means basically loss of markets, loss of revenues, loss of business opportunities, and unfortunately loss of a lot of businesses. And we did, before running this webinar, we did a little study to figure out why, what is really in the chaos that everybody's having, the hysteria everybody's having, where are their focus? Where are their priorities? Where are the things that they see necessary to change for their businesses? And we had two different sets of readings that are really amazing. The first reading, we asked the audience to actually participate, provide answers to all the questions, the choices that they may have. So the first questions that we asked everybody is, what do you think today's business world biggest challenge? And we gave them to choose more than one options because we wanted to see the variance of people's attitude when we asked them. So the majorities of them you can see here, it's the new COVID-19 normal, post-normal. That's a concern, a major concern, like I said, because we have a new business order, we have a new boss in town, we have a new culture. We are not used to, we're not accustomed to all of this, to any of this, basically. And the second comes on what's called market retention, how to keep markets. Employee motivation comes next. Employees' creativity comes next. Employees' loyalty comes next. And then others, other ideas that they have. But this is where something unique happens when we had the second question asked of the audience. You see, here creativity was at the low end, actually at the bottom priorities for business when we asked them your biggest challenge. When we asked what kind of employees that you prefer, creativity peaked the list. And this is interesting. What does that tell you? That people, they cannot isolate the causes that could actually influence, or the forces that could influence the business's challenges. They didn't know, but when they were asked in the question afterwards, their attention directly went into creativity, motivation, entrepreneur mindset, team player, social, and a proactive skills that became third in line. Interesting. Now, when we look at those priorities list, now we have them in this order. Creative employees that are preferred in the market, motivated, a proactive, inspiring, team player, entrepreneur mindset, social. That means when I look at those 7 criteria of interest of businesses, it means that I'm looking for creating talents of endearments and new ideas. Talents of endearments means talents that people that are social, able to win people's hearts, able to care for people, has a purpose to serve communities and help people grow. that would allow them to discover new ideas and develop a new entrepreneur minds. Now, if I look at this in new qualifications for employees' preference to businesses, I have a big challenge. I have a huge challenge, because now I'm looking at unbiased, out-of-box ideas to find solutions to current problems, to current existing problems. How am I going to get them? And I'll tell you what, the biggest surprise is, you're not going to get them from your people, your employees. You're not going to get them from any expert in the market. You're not going to get them from any consultant in the market. Why am I saying that? Because consultants, employees, experts, who so-called experts, are no longer valid in the post-COVID-19 era. Their ideas, their experiences, everything that they have done before you and I wake up in the morning, whatever knowledge we have had is old news. Something else is happening. If things are being accelerated so fast that it's out of control. The reason why it's out of control, because we have no idea where it is heading, where it is going. We have no clue what is going to happen next, because now we are we're standing in line of the tsunami that is really sweeping the world over, because we are not connected to the world that was before. Our feet is not on the ground yet. So where am I going to get those unbiased, out-of-box ideas? If my employees are in the old bag, excuse me, my expression, experts in the market are no longer experts of what they had before, because we have a new normal right now. We're not accustomed to the things, and you can read all the reports of all the major organizations right now. It will confirm the same thing that I'm telling you right now. Everybody is predicting what is the new normal. They're talking about a new qualifications, new criteria, a new area, a new era of new cultures that being suggested to companies to follow, but nobody has the right recipe for it. But we thought, let's shuffle the card a little bit. We're playing cards. We are playing cards right now. It's a game of cards. Let's shuffle the cards a little bit. Okay. And the cards that we are shuffling right now, we're gonna see what's gonna come out. What's the next? Where is the ace is gonna be coming out of? Where is the joker is hidden right here to come out? But let's in shuffling the cards, we thought about, hey, let's create something different. Since we are talking about unbiased, out-of-box ideas, unbiased means somebody that is not corrupted with the old culture, with the old verticals, experiences that we have had. Okay? So where are we going to get those? And mix them with the old ones. So we thought, let's shuffle students with business together. Why am I saying students? Because the students are still pure water, not corrupted. And they have their own fresh ambition, fresh outlook. And they see the future in a different way than what we do. And what is important about that, because if they see things differently, then they are the compass, they are the GPS signal to take us to the futures, because they are the future market consumers. They are the future customers of the market. They are the one who are more apt to tell us what's right or wrong for our business today to make it to the future. So when you have that mix of students that are uncorrupted, unbiased, they operate based on their ambitions and their field of social interest, mix them with that, what we call the wisdom of business together, and the outcome is going to be phenomenal. Because now you have the old guards being mixed with the newer generation, future generations, to guide them to safety, that created new challenges to businesses, but in a good way that we're going to discover together today. So we thought about, let's talk about, now we decided to, we're going to shuffle the cards with between students and businesses, that now we're going to look at the conversion process. Okay, we have converters. I'm using terms probably to try to connect to you. So the first conversion process is how to get to connect to people, engage them to win their hearts, because if people loves you, they open up to you, they start sharing everything to you. That will allow me to discover their aspirations, and then learn how to convert those aspirations to relevant business opportunities, and then identify and convert them to validated business solutions. Why am I saying validated? Because those aspirations, those solutions came out of people's aspirations in the vision of the students, the future. So now I'm getting validated solutions for my business today that is connected to the future. That's the formula of success for the business. Now I have a real-time data of ground reality converted opportunities for the business world. Unsurpassed way to really get recovered fast, quick, in a world that is lost today, searching for scientific data, searching for the expert solutions, strategies to tell me a way out. But really the way out is much simpler than that. So let's look at, we're in a crisis that does not need complexities more than it is. It needs simplicity. And it's simple, what we are mentioning here. So we created what we call Talents of Endearment Labs, where we bring people together, high school students, college students, businesses and entrepreneurs from around the world. So now imagine that mix, what's going to look like. When you have people from around the world, that includes high school students, college students, businesses, what's the outcome? Get them to connect together, engage and collaborate to discover peer inspiration, identify relevant opportunities and deliver solutions. That in itself is going to create a new era of chaos. But chaos because now all of a sudden I'm connected to the future through the students, the college students, and with now to figure out what to do with it. Now that my process to coming out of chaos, my process to coming to saving my business, it's changing right now. So what we thought about to operate this, we have to do it a little differently. What we do through this process basically is when we bring students together, high schools, professionals from around the world, we let them think like as freelancers on your problems, on your challenges, on your opportunities, on your business ideas, on your brand. We let them start be you, but in a different mindset, with a different focus. Now we moved you out of your fire zone into to your cool gardens, where now you are relaxed. You've got the relaxed resources to think for you as we're freelancers. And what we do is we set them up in an environment where they start think as you are of the questions that we give them. They will address and to come up with the solutions and the nice ideas, and then validate it across to make sure that it's viable everywhere. So the risk taken by your business with this mix with the students through this process is minimized, but the chances is multiplied, is grown tremendously beyond your belief that you would think. And imagine also when you allow people to go all out, think crazy for a reason. Because the only people who managed to change our world are the people that we thought are crazy at one time or another. Think Steve Jobs, think Bill Gates, think of other people that we thought that they are crazy, but now they run the world with their crazy ideas. So what we add to the punch to the students in the discovery of aspirations, the development of opportunities and solutions, is to add that crazy element to make sure now we are creating something that nobody did have before. And that create a chaos, what we call a spontaneous order of opportunities. It naturally happens because we didn't think, we came out of the box unbiased, a whole bunch of new ideas. It's going to bring old management to the edge of chaos. Facing opportunities, now they're going to be forced to come out of the adaptation, to be adapted to this new emerging opportunities out of this programs. So now we are forcing the old guards to change their guard, to change the way they are thinking, because most of the problems we're having today because of people that are stuck up to their old ideas. Well, I've studied it for so many years. It worked for me before, but it's not working for you right now. We were very successful before. It's not happening because it's only because of the world, COVID-19, because of the world. Everybody's having the same problems. Well, ask Amazon's. Why did their value increased tenfold? That made Jeff Bezos the richest man in the world. Apple, other companies that had succeeded during the COVID-19. So it's not, the issue isn't associated with COVID-19. COVID-19 accelerated the inevitable that was before. So now COVID-19 is changing our focus. It's forcing us to change the way we do business, we run business. And that brings us to another opportunities. Why we are failing? Because we are focused on the 15% of our business success. The technical skills, the way we produce and deliver our products and our services, and we don't want to leave those. This is based on a study done by Gallup, by the way. So we don't want to leave our comfort zone because we are comfortable to do it the way we did. We succeeded. We have the best products in the world, but it's not working right now for a reason. The 85% of your business success based on your relationships with the market isn't there. That's why you get market disconnect. Why did Amazon succeed? Because they are connected to people through their phones, through online. In the comfort of their homes, they didn't have to risk their lives to go to the malls in order to get their stuff, go there, do their shoppings. So they already pre-established relationships that actually helped the company to succeed when the rest of the market weren't ready for it. So what we are looking at, where do we gonna get the 15%, the 85%? Where are we gonna get those? The 15%, if you look at the right-hand side table, this blue one, we talk about almost what every business focus. Productions of foods, clothing, housing, health, education, transportation, communication, add all the things that you do. And this is what actually most students go to schools for, what they study. But this is what we sell to make money, to exist. And our focus to exist, the 15%, is not enough now to get our business going. So what we really need to do is find the 85% to increase the demands. This is where the opportunities, how to connect to people's interest, so people start opening up, connecting with us, engaging with us, to feel that we are there not just to take their money to sell them our products. That's given, that's the end result. But what we really need to do is, we always say, good brands make people feel good about you based on what you deliver and give them. Great brands makes people feel great about themselves. So what you really need to do is really look at people's aspirations, what they really look for, their ambition, the skills that they are looking to develop for themselves or their kids, talents, whether it's sports, relationships that they want to nurture, their partnerships in society with communities, the public facilities that they would have there. Once we have that connection established, then we are looking at how creating social impact would impact our business. That's a direct relationships. And what we take the participants of Talents of Endearment further with is how to scale up. Now we're looking at not just to focus on one generation in our journey. Now we're looking at scaling it up to the different generations of people's lifetime. So we start focusing, we're not, when we talk about connecting now to the future, it is not just focusing about how, when we're going to get our business order, our next sale is going to be made. We're going to be looking at basically is the lifelong journey, because people, as they grow, their needs change, their demands grows, their dreams changes. Now we have the opportunities for our business, our business partners, stakeholders, to grow in that bunch. So we have, when we connect our brand, our business today with not just with the futures, the solution, but scaling it through the lifelong journey of people, it's unstoppable. That's how you become sustainable. That's how we are able to bring you out from where you are today to where you can continue to be for the next 100, 200 years ago, to join the 100 years club companies of the world. And it's not hard, it's possible. So what we do here is we don't just focus on how to do the next thing right. This is what every business does, based on what's happening today, what happened before. But we focus on what right thing to do next. But it's constant. It's changing. A new generation comes, a new generation goes. It's constantly changing. It's constantly growing based on the growth of the generations that we are working with, and we get people to get connected to. So with that being said, so what we showed is how to capture people, drive markets, and grow business. Isn't that what every business needs today? When we went to that two studies earlier, we talked about how to capture market, to retain markets, grow the markets, becomes profitable again. Isn't that what we have? So this is where what we have focused on in that mix with the students and business to make it happen. But we couldn't do it without students and business together mixed. Couldn't have been possible. It would have been biased. It would have been stuck up somewhere, held in a bottleneck between the old cultures and the required new culture, a new required mind change to happen. With mentors that we talked about from international renowned experts in the different fields. But there, we're not talking about experts as in engineers or marketers and the likes. Now, we're talking about experts that knows how to make people love you. Because our aim isn't to help you sell your products. Our aim is to make the world love you. Learn how to world love you. Keep that love connected, establish that loyalty, and by default, your business will start growing. You all heard the terms of firms of endearment. That's exactly why they are growing. The companies like your BMW, major airlines like Southwest Airlines, Starbucks, and the likes, Honda. Look at those data. What makes them successful? Is it because of their great products? And they are. Because if your product is shitty, it's not going to be selling anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. But they established customer comfort zone in order for that customers to embrace you. But they didn't do it unless they started listening to consumers, listening to their employees, giving everybody a chance to grow. And that's our focus with it. And what we do also, because when we talk about continuously growing, is giving them the opportunities to actually do it and guide them doing it with a 3 years platform support to build their own career community, their own business ideas communities. Now I get started connected with everything that matters to me. Now I have got the opportunities to keep it going for 3 years. Those success of the 3 years, now I will be coming across a multitude of opportunities, a multitude of ideas, opinions, of different classes of people across the world. Now I've got the whole world thinking for me, for my problems. What's also critical that we do is provide lifetime online community support. So people who join the program, they're never alone. What's important here is Is it really getting a one-time shot solutions? Yay, I've got a winner. But the actual winner that I have has to actually be able to sustain it. But how they would be able to sustain it if I didn't give them that infrastructure, the support? So what we thought about at Talents of Endearment Labs isn't just to provide one idea for benefits, but actually we want to keep you connected through it for the lifetime. So now you are scaling up, being exposed to everything new that's coming through this network. Today we're in 12 countries with over 900,000 people in the community, students majorly of colleges. And imagine when your business or you are being connected or hooked through it all of it. Now, what does this mean for businesses? It means discover markets, validated in new ideas and opportunities. This is every business today. If you talk to, we don't know what we're going to do. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen next. We put you back into the control seat, in the driver's seat, and this is the difference that we are making. We are not just hypothetically talking about something of the past. Or try these ideas. They've got a lot of great ideas. Some might work, some might not work. Why take chances? Can you afford to take chances today? I can't. I'm not getting younger. I'm getting wiser. I'm not going to say I'm getting older. I am, but I'm saying I top 25 years old. But what's happening today is now I know what I have to do, what I need to do. Now I have a clear path that came from the outside, from the experts, students who gave me the opportunities to connect to the future. Enhancing relationships with participants, universities, and communities. Now I'm building up and improving my relationships from the desperate disaster zone to the comfort zones where now I'm connected to the world that I can see clearly, or I was made to be seeing clearly the clear path of how to make things happen. The future talents I'm going to be working with, the social impact that is going to impact my business, and test it and promote it at the least cost possible. How much would it cost you today if you go to the conventional ways of and getting what I've just been explaining done? Very expensive. Even big businesses today cannot afford it. Cannot afford risking to spend the high cost that it was one time, that it might not work. And the doubt is valid, because they doubt it's going to work, because they are in doubt of the people behind those programs, behind those research centers themselves don't have the answers. Nobody's going to tell you the answer. We don't either. We let you develop the answer that is going to evolve online, ongoing for the rest of your life, of your business. So what we do is bring students, business professionals together to collaborate. Yes. That's where your focus has to come. This is where your solution is going to come. Solutions is not going to tell you whether which AI system to buy, which technologies you need to buy to save your business, how to automate your business. All of this is tools. These tools don't give you opportunities, don't create opportunities for you. And if somebody says that this is the future, how could that be the future if it could become obsolete in 1 year or 2 years of time from now? Can't be. No way. So what you really need to start thinking about is, how do you really want to start reconnecting your world to thrive? And this is what we focus on doing to help the world thrive.